Hi friend, my name is Chandramani and you are watching group policy from zero to hero. So if you remember in the last video we talked about filtering a GPO, which we covered the part of security filtering and the delegation, how it works and how you can use. Okay, so today's topic will be WMI filtering. So most of the people here might be ever with the WMI query and WMI filtering, but this is as we are covering all the part of the group policy, and at the name I given, so zero to hero, so everything I need to cover it here, and this is also very important part of the group policy. So what exactly the WMI filtering? So WMI filtering, WMI stands for the Windows Management Instrument, correct? And it's been created as a way to to specify and act on a computer based upon choosing the characteristics. For example, if you want to apply some policy which computers are running in Windows 7 or Windows 10 or Windows Server 2016 or Windows Server 29 specific OS, so this WMI will help you to reach your business goal. And might be you need some a hardware point of view. If you look at some hardware point of view, like you might be need some particular brand of motherboard, or certain size of a hard disk, on a specific software, in that kind, in that way this will help. I mean, for example, you have an OU, and there are a lot of computers are there, and there are a lot of operating systems are there, correct? Let's take an example. There are 7 Windows 7 machines, 10 Windows 8 machine, and 20 Windows 10 machines. So server OS machines are there, but you wanted to apply this particular policy to the Windows 10 machines. How will do that? So WMI filter will help you. It's a very specific and a very granular way which GPO will apply to which computer. You will need to learn how to write a WMI query to reach this goal, but I'm not gonna to teach you the how to write WMI query, because WMI query is a coding something you need to learn from your end, because this is the GPO part we are doing. So I will tell you how WMI filtering will create and apply the policy. Okay, the learning WMI filter, sorry, query is a coding functionality. Either we will cover in any other video, any other series, but not this time. Okay, so uh, you know uh, it- but your environment has need for the level of granularity. That way you can use this functionality, you can present this functionality to reach your business goal. So let's go to our server and start how we will use WMI filtering in our environment. So here we came here in the group policy console. You can open from server manager here, or gpmc.msc. Also you can open in the command. Okay, here also you can open the group policy management console. So I open here. If you see here, there is the WMI filter, correct? So I don't have any policy here right now. So what we will do, we will create some policy. Okay, before that I want to show something. I write some queries here, like this is the Windows 10 machine I want to filter. So this will help you to this is kind of might be, or SQL, right? Select command always use an SQL, right? This command. So this is the WMI query where it will filter Windows 10. If I want to something, I have physical machines and other machines are there, and some virtual machines also, the VMware virtual machines are also there. So I want to apply only the VMware virtual machines. So this will help you to apply this. And if you want to select a 32 version of Windows 8.1 version and 32 version, then you can write this query to filter and apply to those servers. It's a 32 version, and apply for the 64 bit OS only. If you want to apply, you can apply this. Okay, because might be sometimes you need, right, 64 version application will not support the 32 version, right? That time that application need to be deployed on the 32 OS, and 64 application will need to deploy on the 64 bit OS. So that time these queries may be needed while applying some specific GPO, correct? So okay, let's create this WMI filter. For creating, you just create new, and you can write the name. Let's Windows 10 PC. That's fine. Or you can client or description, you which thing you want to apply. Let's take an example. I wanted to apply this for some reasons, like disable what policies we have, uh, okay, let's take kind of disable admin share. This is what, and here the main thing, the query, right? You need to write the query here. Just create I think this is the WMI path, root path, namespace be called, and here we write the query. So as I have already written, I'm using for filter out the Windows 10 machines only. Just filter, it will filter here. Okay, and it's okay. So now I have been written the query, the namespace here root slash CMIV2, that is default, and this is what for Windows 10 machines I have written the query. I just save it. So now it has been created the query, and it is description, but I given it is here. So where we need to apply the WMI filter now. So we have already lot of policies we have created, right? Event log size, audit event log policy or something, right? So here if you see here, Windows filtering, see now it is came, right? Whenever you create any policies here, any queries is here, like let me create one more query in WMI filter, like new. I will create this for VMware machine only, correct? So I just given the name for the VMware machine only, and here also same thing I can give, and I write this query. This is the WMI query, very cool, where you could put it here and save it. So syntax error occurred trying to evaluate the query string as it. Okay, remove this and new one here. Yeah. Okay, now this time will work, I think. Evaluate query string. Okay, why it is giving the error? Because it is asking the string value, right? I'm giving the VMware virtual platform. No worries on this. So okay, let me take another. So might be something wrong on this query. So I will create another select 32-bit here. I will create another query here, only 32-bit, and I will provide this query. Now I think it has been created. Okay, so there are two queries I have created, one for Windows 10 machine, one for 32-bit OS, correct? So let's take an event log size, right? I want to an event log size is applied to workstation OU. Workstation means there are the lot of OSs are there, OS machines are there, like Windows 7 OS there, Windows 10 OS there, but I want to apply this policy to particular Windows 10 machines only. So what I will do here, I will select the here in WMI filtering in the scope. You just remember the scope tab. You just select the Windows 10 machines. Would you like to change the WMI filter Windows 10? It is confirming. You want to yes. That's done. It is done actually. If you open also, it has been applied. WMI filtering. I mean, what things are there on this? It will clearly display it here, and the delegation. Like already, right? Delegation. I already explained about this. But if you go here, you could see in the scope we have applied the Windows 10 machines, and it will apply. But one more thing, we have done all these things, right? We changed it, but at this point the WMI filter is assigned to your GPO, right? And only those computers meeting the specific specification. So in the specification, what I got in Windows 10 machine, right, for this filter, and we will and it will receive the GPO, and Windows 10 will receive the GPO, because WMI filter can become a very complex actually. Why I'm telling, if sometimes if you see the Windows 10 machines are not receiving the GPO, means it is not receiving, means there is something in the WMI query. When we writing the WMI query, it might be some problem or something may be there, so that's why it is not receiving the error. So because WMI query is very complex way, actually very complex. Those people who know the writing the query, they only can do this, and it is very complex task. Actually, it is always good idea, before coming to the production environment, you should test it in testing environment. And if the GPUs are not receiving, you just check in what is the problem, where is the problem, and which you might be change the coding and query. So once it's success on the testing on environment, you can come to the production environment and apply the changes. So that's what the recommendation, because WMI is very complex things in the GPU. So thanks for watching this video, and we will see you on the next video.